Hello everyone, my name is HJTenchi from Pixabite, and today we'll be taking an early look at Aritana and the Harpy's Feather. Aritana is a classic platformer with combat and item collection mixed in throughout the levels. You'll need to use Aritana's different stances to augment your combat and platforming abilities, all the while fighting and using enemies to reach secrets and the end of the level. Since this is a preview build, gameplay may change upon release this November 2013 for the PC. And as you can see in the intro cutscene, the chieftain has gotten terribly sick here in our village, and to perform the ritual to cure him, the wise men are going to need a Harpy's Feather, and they've chosen us, Aritana, because we're the fastest and, well, hopefully the most promising, I hope, to go ahead and grab the Harpy's Feather. So, we set on off in search of the rare feather. Well, let's hope we don't derp this up too much, because, you know, the wise men need the feather, and the chieftain's a pretty cool guy. Alright, but be careful. You are going through the territory of the dangerous Manpungari. The Manpungari are little, from what I can tell, demons or spirits. As we change our stances, we have both an agile stance, which will allow us to move faster and jump farther and higher, or a combat stance. We'll be able to deal with these. We can use, as you can see here, oh wait, we don't have our stances yet because this is the early tutorial. I don't like to ever show too much, so I like to go through the tutorials on these. So we have our regular movement back and forth. I'm using the controller right now. You can use the keyboard. I have X right now. We'll do a down strike. If I'm running, I can do a little multiple dash attack. I jump with A, and then later on, we will have a stance switch. So also the nice thing too is, see, I'm not pressing anything different there than what I did here. But when you hit an enemy, he'll dash a little bit further and swing again to chain the attack. In the top left, you also have our leaves, which will indicate how much health we have, and our little collection items right here, as in like coins from Mario. So if we down attack here, we'll be able to bounce off. How I'm doing that is just pressing down and attack. So really easy, basic stuff, but that'll help us bounce off of the enemies. And we now have our new ability, the stance change, which I mentioned earlier. So I'm going to kill this guy real quick, just so he doesn't get in. We're going to press B, and as you see, the enemies change too. It's purple. Purple, oh, they do respawn too, so you gotta be careful on that. Purple means they're aggressive, so you gotta be careful for that. They will come after you. They are enemies. You can also see too, see their eyes, how they look? They look kind of sad or, you know, relatively passive. That, well, means they're passive. This day too, see, he's not gonna attack us. Whereas, if you see kind of a down or angry eyes, that means they will attack you. So let's go get some extra loot. Boom. Think of those as like the Mario coins, the big coins. And also, lots of secrets. Another one. Woohoo! The nice thing about this game is that not only do you have really nice controls, right there you saw me in the agility stance, but I ran and dashed and attacked like I was in the combat stance, and it actually switches back, which is really nice. But we can use the different attacks. As you saw right there, I wasn't able to jump to it with the purple stance, the combat stance. So I switched to my, whoa! Switched, bad timing. I switched to my agility stance, jump up higher, and then I can down attack and get up there collecting another life. So let's wait for this guy right here. A lot of times I move around in agility stance no matter what, just because of the fact that you get more movement, speed, and also more height, which really helps out a lot. Alright. Oh, a little early on that, a little preemptive, but you can see you could bounce off those to get to those other enemies and get more items. There are a lot of secrets in this game. It reminds me a lot like Donkey Kong, like the old school Donkey Kong Country games, which is a lot of fun because you have kind of the tribal jungle aesthetic right here with the music, and then you have the collections, you have the jumping around, you have the bouncing around too, which is really cool. Let's go get our item back again. So you have a lot of kind of what could be just like a normal straightforward platformer turns into kind of chaos sometimes because there's just so much stuff going on the screen. You're switching stances, you're jumping on enemies. It gets pretty crazy, but in a very good way. I never feel like it's so insane or so crazy that it's just like I don't know what's going on, which is very nice. Alright, so let's switch over here. That's going to be our checkpoint system. The checkpoint system's pretty nice. They're not going to hold your hand, but in the same extent, you're not going to restart an entire stage when you die most of the time. Alright, so we're going to bouncy, get another... go. And we're pretty much going to be done with the level. There we go. So that's the first level complete. As you can see, a very classic platformer. A lot of collection to do if you really want to go for that extra mile and really learn how to do some extra stuff, including getting, extra items and one-ups and such like that. Also, the combat is a lot of fun. It's similar to, see, once again, the eyes. You have aggressive up here, which if he sees me, he'll attack me. Let's see if I can show you that. Whee! Hey, buddy. Yeah, I'm better. And then also you have kind of the Donkey Kong mentality broken in with the Mario as well. So I really like that. Yay! More loots. All right. Oops. Should have my agility stance out. There we go. Holding jump, I can jump a little bit higher on the drums. Oh shoot! I almost fell for that. As you can see, these guys right here have little spikes underneath them. We don't want to jump on that, even with the combat stance. So what I'm going to do is switch to agility stance, just to make sure the jump's easier. Jump on them this way now that their soft part is up. Then ride our little river down. Whee! There's also another one up over there. I'm going to pass on that for right now. And then you can see, find this to continue. Okay, well, how about we jump up here, and lo and behold, not too shabby, huh? So we now have our new ability, Rise of the Staff. We can check for the lost artifacts this way, which is very useful. As you can see, like that. No coincidence that they gave you this ability now. There we go. All right. We're going to jump back over. Nothing is really overly difficult in the game. If you botch jumps, that's probably the worst. Or if you can't get the timing down, which I totally botched right there. With the down attack, I guess it could get a little rougher. We need to get rid of that eventually. But I think the difficulty is good. It's these old platformers never were like super easy, but neither in the same extent is it so hard that, oh shoot, I almost forgot about that. Is it too difficult either? Whee! I'm having a lot of fun with it, as you can tell. The nice thing about Pixabite is we pick good games. They're fun. If it's on Pixabite, it's probably something that we either endorse or just really enjoy. We're not going to bring you the games that we don't like. Let's see. Let's wait for them to get up a little bit higher, switching to agility stance. Once again, because they're purple, means that they are bad or aggressive. These see that they're blue on the inside, meaning that they're passive. They're not going to come after us once again. Okay, let's wait. Okay, we could go up there, but I'm gonna almost got me again. I get too impatient on these games. Down, down, sorry, little guy. I feel bad killing the ones that are non-aggressive. It's like, I'm just sitting here, man. What the hell? Sorry, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna jump on up here. Whee! Oh, I wasn't sure that was gonna work. I'm glad it did. Okay, switch it over again. As you can see, there's been multiple pathways too, so I could have gone down and actually picked up some stuff. Forgot about that. Luckily, we have many, many lives. The nice thing about this game, too, is that if you play well, it rewards you. Because you're not going to die a whole lot often, I'm going to be able to collect a lot of life. So maybe when I start derping, like so, it won't be as big of a deal. Also, the nice thing is the one-up will still be there, so I can just easily go back and collect it again. Such as maybe like get more difficult parts in an old-school platformer where they would say, all right, here's a one-up, but we'll put a checkpoint right in front of it. So when you botch it, you'll have that one-up which you can easily get back. All right, so let's get that. Let's get that. Got to be careful of the ones that do fall. Boom, double. Also, do I want to try and... no, I could go... yeah, I could. Let's see. There we go. Thought so. Alright. Bad timing, bad timing! Don't let anyone ever say timing is my forte. And you can see the crack in the actual pedestal there, so I knew... oh, God, I switched off the agile stance. Like I said, the game's not hard until you start botching jumps because you're bad at video games, like I am. The main reason why I'm actually reviewing games is because I can't actually play them. All right. So, oh my god. I can't lie. I'm still having fun, even though I'm totally derping. And that, to me, is one of the big reasons why to play a game and to keep playing a game. A game that's going to crush you into the ground and you're just going to hate your life is no fun. Whereas a game like this, it's like, okay, yeah, I screwed the jump up. I know it's my fault. I'm not going to blame the game. When a game comes out and it's like, okay, you know, I think it's the game's fault and it's not, that's when you know the game's either doing something wrong or you just probably have no business playing it, maybe. Certain gamers just aren't good at certain games. It's true. Now let's see if I can prove that I know how to play platformers. Alright, so we're going to wait for the water to go by. I want to collect the 1-up, but I'm honestly not terribly worried about it. I'm more worried about my own skin. Alright. Gonna wait for this to go here. Oof. Agility stance, why? Why have you forsaken me? Alright, and this is pretty much going to wrap up our stage. So stage 2, down, finally. And no real worse for wear. Another minute and a half out of your life that you'll never get back. But we do have the lives to spare still, which is always a darn plus. Alright. So my friends, if you're interested in supporting Aritana and the Harpy's Feather, please check out the information in the video description below. And to keep up to date with me and my side projects, including live streaming and more video games, follow me on Twitter at HJTenchi. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time. And also, Sonic mini games. Come on, I know some of you guys know it's similar. No one? Darn it. Well, nonetheless, we're going to find this leaf piece, and we're going to have some good times. Have a good one, everyone.